friends, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk about Christians who struggle with mental health. This has been a journey of mine, and I have gone through all of it in different denominations, different church cultures that embrace different things. And it's taught me how to see things through a bigger perspective, because I think it's important that as a Christian we remain humble in our attitude and recognize that all of the denominations, all of the types of church culture, there's something to learn from each one. So, are you a Christian who struggles with anxiety and depression? Do you have people telling you that it's a spirit of fear, it's a spirit of anxiety? Love casts out fear, so just pray fear off of you. I'm recognizing in the journey that I have been on that there's more to a lot of stuff that we struggle with. But I am not saying that you can not be delivered from a spirit of fear and anxiety. I've had it happen, so I know it to be true. We don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater just because we've experienced hurt through different things. So a while back, I really struggled with anxiety to the point that I had a hard time just going into different public places. So that was hard. Moving on. A lot of those similar issues came back for me this past year, and just through listening to different podcasts and going to counseling, and talking to friends who have gone to therapists. I have learned how to see it all through a bigger lens, through a more holistic approach. So yes, you can get delivered from a spirit of fear. Yes, you can get delivered from a spirit of anxiety and depression and suicide. The problem is, because we are such an isolated culture now, and we are all on our social media accounts, just interacting with people through Facebook, Instagram, but barely having daily interactions with other people. We're not in community with each other, especially since the pandemic. A lot of us have struggles with trusting people in the church. So we just kind of further and further isolate ourselves even more, to the point that we don't experience that deep healing that comes from just being in community with each other. So that is point number one. Your anxiety and depression could be coming from your struggle with just finding community, being isolated. So I just pray that the Lord would bring people to you, that the Lord would open your eyes to see people in a different light, despite how others have hurt you, that you would not project what other people have done onto new people that you're meeting just through your first impressions of them, because it is easy to be like, oh, this person talks a lot, so I don't know if I want to continue a relationship with them, because I've had experiences with people that just tend to take over the conversation and don't let me talk, and they don't really see me, and they don't really know me, and they don't want to know me. They just want to be seen. They just want me to mirror them. And point number two, It could be a result of childhood trauma. And that is something I've dealt with this year, is learning how to just reparent my inner child. And it all started with that verse that I read in Matthew, I think it was, when Jesus had the children come to him and he laid his hands on them and he loved on them. And Jesus pointed out to me that that was something I needed to do. I needed from him, and I needed it from myself. And I've had childhood trauma, and I imagine people watching my videos on my channel have childhood trauma. So just those are things to think about if you're struggling with anxiety and depression and you've prayed stuff off of you and it just seems like nothing's working, you're still struggling with thought patterns. I would say take a more holistic approach to it, and really take advantage of all the resources out there. There are lots of people that can help, lots of counselors, lots of therapists. It's important to see someone who's a professional, not just like a biblical counselor at church, because they're just going to offer what they've been trained to offer. So that is my video for the day. I hope it encourages you. I hope it blesses you. More to come next week.